Tiny Cat just, like, showed up, bopped my webcam out of place, and then got in the bed looking all proud. He's in his little cat bed here. Oh, don't bop me. Now he's bopping my hand because he wants pets. Tiny Cat, I'll try to do multiple things this stream, such as stream and exercise. Let's reset that reps counter. And pet a cat. Hello, subscribers and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. I'm feeling kind of sick today, so I thought there's no way I can do all the voices for Skies of Arcadia. But I would, Dagger and Aladdin, like to adopt a no excuses attitude. So instead of not streaming at all, I'm just going to stream a game that doesn't have a ton of dialogue in the first place. So let's get back to some Dragon Quest monsters. Last we left off, I think we got whooped by... my clone. Yeah, here it is. It's one of these gates. One of these warp gates. Monsters in here, not too bad, but at the end, there's kind of like a gauntlet of some very difficult monsters that, like, maybe I should have brought more items with me, just to be prepared. But hey, welcome everybody. As you can maybe tell, I'm feeling a little sick today. Oh good, and I was about to say, I hope I brought a warp wing with me. This is it. This is all the items I have. Maybe I should have gone back and bought some more items, but like we can do a little bit of grinding right now. That's fine. That's pretty much what this game is, and I have fun doing that. You ever see Joe Dirt? Was just watching it on YouTube. No, Aladdin. But I remember seeing commercials for that. I'm gonna have to do this a lot during stream, so excuse me. Whoa, there's something really interesting and cool down here. Is that a robe, or are you just happy to see me? Nicholas D, what a dumb joke. I like that one. I am, though. Welcome in. Always happy to see Nicholas D. So yeah, I was thinking of maybe just taking it easy today and not streaming at all, but then I was like, you know what? No excuses. We're gonna stream, and we might even do some squats if we get any donations. I will do some squats. Drink lemon water and watch Joe Dirt. Fix you right up. You know, you are not the first person to suggest drinking lemon water, actually. Rock Solid Greggles. Hey, KarmaJolt. I'm playing FF5 for SNES. So this is my vibe, ATM. Whoa, Earthquake. Hey, Rock Solid Greggles. Welcome in. Do I know you? I feel like I used to have a viewer come by the channel who had Greggles in their name. Either way, welcome. Yeah, what was I saying? I feel awful. I don't know if I fell... Lucky Cat Greggles sounds familiar. Lucky Cat, also one of my favorite cards in Balatro. Just saying, one of my favorite jokers. Not that it's the absolute best, but I like it. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I fell asleep last night. I'm not 100% sure that I fell asleep last night. I definitely did after 6:30 in the morning, because that's when Genevieve B texted me, and I was like, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep, and then I ended up waking up at like 10:30. But yeah, feeling amazing is what I'm trying to say right now. Do not have the energy to do the voices for Skies of Arcadia today, but we will get back to that game at some point. So in the meantime, I'm playing this. Did you eat too much fried hummus? It might have been that, Cupid Punch. A reference to the Rock Solid Club in Conker's Bad Fur Day. A game I've never played, but I've heard a lot about. Oh boy, I'm sniffly. At least Tiny Cat is here and cheering me up. I got a mist staff. Yeah, I'm realizing now, I realized after I jumped down this travel gate that I don't have enough items in my inventory. Did you eat too much fried hummus? That usually makes me feel awful. Oh my god, Cupid punch. I think if I had slept at all last night, I would have gotten where you were going with that. But that's a good joke. It's a rock solid joke. This game's better because it's in GBC. Yeah, this is a Game Boy Color game. I am playing on the Game Boy Player on a GameCube. And we can do things like change the frame to this one. So I will. And then, like, you probably can't see it once I zoom in, but... I'm showing you what it can do. Excuse me. Morning, Karma. I just woke up, says Azzy Boom. I woke up kind of late today, too, but also because I had a terrible time falling asleep last night. So, like, I'm noticing that when the hole is next to one of these, like, damaging floors, sometimes it's got a purple square around it. It's in color, Aladdin. So am I, actually. A long time ago, I think I watched a speedrunner named Pidge01 speedrunning Super Mario RPG, but her webcam was the actual Game Boy camera, and I thought that was pretty neat. Bullfrog Stampede. Karma, did you join the dark side? I've always lived in a dark void. They got great benefits. Bullfrog Stampede. Look out, Slimeborgs. What a great monster design. We need to make a bunch of slimes in this game. What should we do? Let's make one that has it's a slime, but it's got a thing on it. And we'll just call it a robot. This is Karma Bold, Karma's evil alter ego. Azzyboom, at one point in my life, I was considering making another channel that was supposed to be like my alter ego. And it would be called The Cake Matrix. It's in color. What else do you need it to do? Aladdin? That's a good point. Yo, what is this guy? Well, he's hitting me for some damage? That's crazy. Tiny Cat causing a cat quake right now. This guy really wants me to pet him, so I'm doing it. Tiny Cat. Yeah, get the scratches, Tiny Cat. I'll fight the slime board, Tiny Cat. You don't worry about it. Tiny Cat time, Azzyboom. You know it. Aladdin, I see you. I see you with the Tiny Cat in the box emoji. What kind of experience do we need to next level? 26,000. That's fine with me. East 500, how are you? I got an antidote. See if there's anything on this next screen. Oh my gosh, my body is sore from doing those shoulder shrugs yesterday. Didn't even do, like, a ton of it. I mean, you guys are generous, but, like, I've done way more on stream before, you know? You're a way more on stream. Let's do mixed. Let's put everyone at mixed for some reason. Okay, I immediately regret doing that. But yeah, I have that kind of sickness that, like, my everything feels sore. Nonetheless, no excuses. We're gonna do some squats today, probably. KarmaJolt, you have to be in Mensa or something. Thank you, Cult of Glenda. What a compliment. You always make all the observations I would never make. Cult of Glenda, I'm gonna observe something over here for a second. Honestly, I think my particular area of intelligence is being very funny and handsome. Cult of Glenda, like, thank you. For what, for example? Recently, I've been playing Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the Switch Game Boy. And man, is that fun. Yeah, Aziboom, those games are actually pretty darn good. We checked them out the other day for Mario Day. Just got back from vacay, says Patriots Dan. Hey, welcome back. Have you ever tried Cayman cider? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I read that out loud. I have heard the joke about a cider named Dixon. Patriots Dan? Yeah, I had some of that last night. What? Davey, hope you feel better. Hey, appreciate you. Yo, Rogue Effect donated $12 saying today's the 12th. Wait, that is how it's spelled? Rogue Effect, it's funny you say that. When I was in high school, I was on the cross-country team. By the way, everyone put the 12 in the chat for Rogue Effect. AKA get your coffee. Thank you so much for the cool $12. When I was in high school, I was on the cross-country team, and we would jog in the area that was around my high school, right? And if you went down a certain way, there would be streets that were numbered, but they were written out. And I brought, like, a couple of the guys from the cross-country team just to point out to them that at the bottom of 12th Street, it was spelled 12th. But at the top, it was spelled 12th. What just happened there? That was scary, whatever that was. Thirst is right. Hello, Jal, says Quick Guns. Hey, welcome. Abraham B, yes, see you. Thank you for the 12s, everyone. Like that color-based puzzle you solved the other day. You solved it colorblind. That was crazy. Cult of Glenda, yeah. Oh, yeah, the one in Alundra. Yeah, that one, okay. I would not have solved that on my own without first having seen a very similar puzzle in Super Mario RPG. That one is not colors, though. It's switches that go up and down. So that one was way easier for me. Cult of Glenda, thank you. No, how do I say this without being cocky? I'm smarter than I let on, let's put it that way. But also, all the time. When I'm streaming and I'm trying to do a puzzle, it takes me way longer than it normally would because I'm also trying to entertain the audience, you know what I mean? Have you played 5, Jolt? Talking about Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest? Either way, yes. Unless it's just a game called 5. How it feels to play 5 game. No, I can tell you're bright, all I'm saying. Hey, appreciate you. I do feel like I've lost some of it, Cult of Glenda. I mention this every now and then, but I think after I got COVID, especially after the second time I got it, I lost a lot of the quickness that I used to have. Specifically my, like, vocabulary recall. I was having a problem with that for a long time. It's gotten better since then, but it's not... I'm not as smart as I once was. Yeah, so Rock Solid Greggles. He played Mega Man 5. Yeah, no, I finished that one too, Quick Guns. So yeah, what I did with Dragon Quest V was I streamed through it with another streamer named Megaharv, who is very Canadian and cool and has a beard. And we did something called the Tag Team Live Stream. And essentially what it was, it worked like this. I started the game, streamed it for like an hour. At the end of the hour, I saved a save state. Oh, speak of the Megaharv, there he is in the chat right now. What about Space Channel 5? Kira H had an awesome cosplay for Halloween for the Space Channel 5 lady, Megaharv. Maybe I'll have her post that in the Discord. But yeah, I was just talking about how we tag team live stream Dragon Quest V. So I streamed the first hour. At the end of the hour, I saved the state, wherever I was, sent it to Megaharv, who is in the chat right now. Then he picked up from where I left off to stream the second hour. And then when his timer went off, he would send me the save state, so I'd pick up from where he left off. So we kept going back and forth like that. But we weren't allowed to watch each other's streams. That's how the tag team live stream works. So it's always a surprise where you're going to begin from. So that's how we... So, essentially, I played a little more than half of Dragon Quest V. Is that a cozy KarmaJolt I see? Yeah, good guy. I am feeling a little sick, and I've got a headache. Harvey, long time no see. It's Lucky Cat, by the way, pre-YouTube name change. Yeah, Lucky Cat Greggles. You know what? So I was just watching through, like, an old playthrough of mine. Like, my old stream of Final Fantasy VII that I streamed probably almost 10 years ago from my old apartment in Kansas City. And it's funny to see how my style has changed, but also has remained very similar. And it was also really interesting for me to see how I used to interact with the chat during my old live streams. And some of the names that I was calling out from that old live stream from like 9 years ago, I'm like, whoa, I remember that guy showing up to my streams all the time, and I probably haven't seen them in years. And then some other names I'd call out, it's like, yeah, it's Rogue Effect, it's Megaharv, it's people who are in the chat right now. So thank you, by the way, for everyone who's been subscribed for a real long time. That's such a cool feeling. Hope you are feeling better soon. Abraham, I will. Thank you. Thank you. That's a sick idea. I kind of did the same thing in computer class growing up because all the computers were connected. And we all had CSNES. So someone would play your save file, and then the next time you got to it, it would be further on. KarmaJolt remembers. Yo, Jake K. That's what I say when I'm joking. Welcome. Last login 9 years ago. Oh, rip, Aladdin. Do you cringe at your old streams, Karma? Azzy, like, a little, but also I cringe at my current streams. Yeah, no, there are definitely some old videos or streams of me where I say some things that I'm like, yikes, I should not say that today in 2026, you know? Like, specifically back then, I would say, like, some insensitive and problematic things, right? But cringing at them now just confirms to me, like, hey, I've grown and matured as a person. The other thing that I now cringe at when I watch my old self is that when I first started doing videos and content on YouTube that wasn't Mario Paint, Aladdin, I would try to force a joke when I didn't have one. Like, I had good comedic timing. I've always had good comedic timing, in my opinion. So, in my brain, I'd be like, here's a good time to insert a joke. But I would start a joke even if I didn't have a punchline. Sometimes it worked out. But most of the time, it was like, you didn't need to try to force a joke there if you didn't have anything, you know? Like, I'd start a sentence and be like, I got nothing. Which I still do these days, but now I do it more gracefully, you know? Malcolm R. Oh, snap. We got Karma today. Still feeling under the weather? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Malcolm? But I'm glad you're here. Like, yeah, in my old streams, I would try to start a joke where I knew one should be inserted. And I would just start it with something like, that's kind of like... and then I'd like pause and I'd have nothing, and it like really ruined the cadence or the flow of the live stream. I can't really give a great example of it, but I used to do that a lot in my old videos, you know? Guys, hold on. Okay. Had to blow my nose. Like a real aggressive one. I can't bring cringe. It's not an ingredient in cheese. Cringe sounds like it could be, though. Gouda guy. Kinda like her. Barely know her. Aladdin? That's when you get to know someone. Bummer. Sorry, dog. My wife is going through it too right now. It's going around, I guess. Yeah, Malcolm R. We will both recover. Real soon. We out here, says Genevieve B. Yeah, this little lady right here in the chat. She's the one who motivates me. She's the one who motivates me to stream when I'm like, I should take a nap, you know? Hey, welcome, Genevieve B. Everyone put the puppies in the chat. 1 like equals 1 joke with no punchline. JK, I'll try it. If you want. Cheesy corn kind of sounds good. Oh, I could go for some Mexican street corn. At least you never made the that's what XYZ said jokes. Cult of Glenda, you're not a fan of the that's what she said? I realized a couple years ago that I basically do that joke, but with a different format, where I'll say something that can be misconstrued, but instead of saying that's what she said, I say, don't take that out of context. Like, it took me a while to realize, wait, that's my version of the that's what she said joke. And I've been doing that since before my friends introduced me to that's what she said. I'd like to think. Phrasing is another thing people say, Aladdin. That's from Archer, is it not? Context, hardly newer. Context? Nobody reads around here, Mega Harv. You can misconstrue me any day. Sean R. Misconstrue a little bit sounds like a fancy rice dish. Like some sort of risotto, maybe? You ever see Frisky Dingo? That sounds familiar, Aladdin. That's what she said was originally, said the actress to the bishop. Jake K. Wait, what? Explain this. That sounds like some Shakespeare right there. What's in your stream, Harv? Peak stream, man. Yo, Azzy Boom. Yeah, Harv streams are always a chill vibe, and I like that. Hi, QGs, Rogue, Aladdin, East, Malcolm, and Mega Harb. Yay, my second favorite part of the workday, says Void Sworn. What's your first favorite part? Leaving? That's one of my favorite things to do. Adult Swim show. The creators of Archer before they did Archer. They took a lot from that show. I have seen that, Aladdin. Yeah, wait. I remember one of my coworkers. This is gonna sound weird, but one of my coworkers and I were probably in Philly for Wizard World, because we worked for a company that did like board game related things, and we helped create the chaotic trading card game, so we'd go to like cons all the time. But like after work, we were just like in her bed with her laptop watching Frisky Dingo. She was like, you have to watch this show. I think you'll like it. I think it'll be your vibe. And it was funny. But yeah, like after work, we were good enough friends that we would all just like chill out with each other in our hotel rooms. By the way, I started playing this game on my phone because of you, says Void Sworn. Hey, hell yeah. I'm glad I inspired you to do something fun and interesting. So yeah, anyway, shout out to my old coworker Zealand, who, last I spoke with her, was getting into longboarding. One of my favorite shows of all time, says Aladdin. Oh, is this the maze one? Yeah, it is. Kind of forgot how this works. The old one or new? Wait, Genevieve, I'm sorry, I didn't follow. The old one, what? Or are you asking Void Sworn if they're playing the old one or the new one? Oh my god, Zealand. Much newer. She's like my age. New Zealand is way older than me. Shoutouts to New Zealand and their, what is it called, Genevieve? Lolly cakes? Learned that from a Rhett and Link video. Boom, got him. Oh my god, Sean R. Yeah, having a tough time following jokes today. Because brain not work. It was a UK saying, that's what he said, would be, said the bishop to the actress. I think Ricky Gervais used to say it on the original UK The Office. Wild. Lol, fruitcake wannabe. Genevieve? Yeah, they can't be us. Yeah, we learned about lolly cakes, which is like a New Zealand thing for like children's birthday parties and stuff. And it's kind of like fruitcake, but it's got actual like lollipop kind of candy inside it, which I have to imagine is like tastes fine, but I don't know if I would like the texture of that, you know? Who needs an aggle seed? $269. Those are kind of beastly stats. When does this guy take off? Like, I had the feeling early on that this enemy, the Divine Gon, was going to be very good. I don't think he's as good as the Orochi. You can fruit my cake. Sean R? Speaking of cake, let's do these 12 squats, everybody, okay? Okay? Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Was it Aqua Team Hunger Force? Team with an M at the end? As in MB Mixes? Hey, welcome in. Alright. We can do 12 squats even though it's a sick day. Yeah, I thought it was teen, Sean. Even though they were very clearly adults, they had a house. And beards, I think. Alright, let's do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, that was the 12th one. AQHF was hilarious, says Quick Guns. Grind doesn't stop. Sick and still paying out those reps. Hey, Malcolm R. Thank you for the encouragement. KarmaJolt wearing a weighted bathrobe like Goku. 270 pounds. Let's get into this dumb idiot battle. Oh, I just realized I have Igor in front, which is a bad choice. My party was rearranged because I definitely got a game over last stream, huh? Everyone has that friend group where they're like the Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but everyone is Meatwad. Cupid Punch? That's true. That is objectively true. Who here is wearing weighted clothing to get stronger? Who here is not wearing any clothing at all? If you didn't know, there's a video about how Mario stayed high tier in the Smash series, and God was I interested. Azzy is Mario high tier? My clothes weigh some amount, so yeah. Rogue Effect, I knew it. I knew you were somewhere where there was gravity. Wait, Slimeborg? Like an amorphous blob, but also part robot? Maybe if the slime was some kind of nanotech gray goo. Is that a reference to something, Voidsworn? Doxed, yeah. Alright, we all know Rogue Effect's location now. On a planet, or possibly moon, but not in space. That eliminates like 99% of the universe. Vince, what's going on? ATHF DVD box set was almost as legendary as Family Guy DVD box set. Yeah, Jake K, like, I think I had some of those. Nick the Frenchie. Nano Machines, son. That's gotta be it, Gouda guy. Robot water. Everything is in space. Cupid Punch. Not my horrible thoughts. Whoa, earthquake. You know what I just realized? In games like Final Fantasy V, oh my god, Final Fantasy V has like 9 important plot conversations interrupted by an earthquake. Like, that's just that game's thing. But why do they call it an earthquake unless they call their planet Earth? Wouldn't it be a world quake or a planet name quake? Grey goo is a possible doomsday scenario where nanites start converting everything they can into more of themselves. And when you say nanites, different from grandfatherites, right? That was a dumb joke. You're welcome. Just Quaker, then. Make the Frenchie. Hardly knew her. Or you talking about oatmeal. It's named after the dirt, not the planet. Dirt Quake. Earth is a substance. People just started calling the planet Earth here. Yeah, I did think that might be a possibility, but it's funnier when you think about it a stupid way, like I did. Try it. Our planet has had many names. Yeah, like Soul. Soul Calibur. I think I forgot to pick up that item. Oh well, it's too late now. That's been a pet peeve of mine for a while. E33 had a Terraquake, which I appreciated. That kind of makes sense, yeah. What is E33? Oh, Expedition 33, duh. What other games have 33 in them? If you can think of one, then props to you. Those humans and their narcissism. You all have to name your moons. Ours is called Moon. Yeah, exactly. And when your planet shakes as an earthquake, what's our planet called? Earth, duh. Yeah, what's the word for that, Sean? Terra-centric or something? Not heliocentric. That's the idea that the sun is at the center of the universe. Do planetary systems have a soul? Not anymore, Rogue Effect. Not after I'm done with them. Earth is one of the 4 classical elements represented by the cube, according to Plato. Yo, that guy, we found his lost dialogue, JK, when we played Indiana Jones' Fate of Atlantis. Oh, cool, we got a lot of experience. I don't know how much farther I'm making it in this floor here. Let's use this Aggle Seed on Socks. I realize that he's got like the highest agility out of everyone, but good for him. I was going the wrong way this whole time. Pluto isn't a planet, it's a dwarf planet, because its orbit isn't clean. That's still a kind of planet, right? This shiz really do just be scream cackling today. Wait, Genevieve B, are you talking about, like, at your office? Dragon Pixie Fly. Hey there, Karma. Hope you have a great day, dude. Hey, appreciate you. I am now that you're here. Yeah, feeling awful today, but thanks for being here. Yes, I see you. Yeah, I've always complained about that. All these other planets and systems have unique names, but we just describe our stuff as exactly what it is. Sun, Earth, Moon. Yeah, uh-huh. Why they gotta be so loud? I see you, Genevieve B. You obviously meant for me to sing that, right? Pluto is a planet ruled by King Nippy Nips. JK. Yeah, but he's a benevolent king. He's not like one of those cruel monarchs, you know? Oh, this treasure box really is a mimic. Flippy Nips. Oh, horrible tyrant. Okay, I thought you were talking about King Nippy Nips, not King Flippy Nips. My favorite part of the day. When Genevieve B sends me a mid-work selfie. First day off in 2 weeks, I'm planning to finish Resident Evil Revelation 1. Yo, Dragon Pixie Fly? I have never played any of those Resident Evil games. Not that I've never played them. I never played them for more than like an hour or two. Never gave them a fair chance. Saw an interesting YouTube short about traveling in space. Imagine leaving on a spaceship. It would take you 50 years to get to Planet X, and 25 years later, we'd teleporting. Aladdin? I done been teleporting. What are you talking about? So I guess I will be also teleporting in 25 years. Provided it's not banned. Alas, 'tis time once again to take root, says Unplant. Yo, Unplant, if you were a Pokemon, what type would you be? Wait, oh! Igor is out of MP, huh? I really might gotta go back to get some items to stock up before I realize I'm like over halfway into this dungeon here. If I find an items guy, that might be okay, but he doesn't sell anything like World Dew or Elf Water. So this might be a very grindy stream. Just like it always is, I guess. Teleporting would be one of those heavily regulated things that are restricted to the rich. In that case, I hope it's quite dangerous, Gouda Guy. Glad they kept Neptune as a planet. Hate to have the last planet in the system be Uranus. Guns. Uranus is the real butt of the joke. Oh my gosh. Nicholas D. Speaking of which, let's do these... Oh, 0 squats. Never mind. Poor people wouldn't set foot on a transporter anyway. They know it's a murder Xerox. Sean, like, I remember having this conversation with somebody about, like, okay, if you are completely... God, last time I talked about this on stream, it got pretty heated. Which is weird, because it's like such an innocent topic. But if you step into a teleporter, there's a chance that what it basically does is reconstruct all of your molecules, then, or deconstruct all your molecules, then reconstruct them somewhere else. Does that mean you die and there's just a new you in the new place? And if so, like, is that really you? And I remember a lot of people being like, yeah, that's you. But I'm thinking like, okay, but if you have like a soul and a consciousness, that one dies. So like, I here would just be dead and fail to exist. And there would just be a new one of me somewhere else that wouldn't be able to tell that the old me died. So that me would be like, yeah, I seem fine. Whereas my life would just be frickin' over. It would be a copy. Yeah, Nick the Frenchie. Teleporter is a murder/resurrection machine. Which means that your consciousness stops, and something else's consciousness, which is exactly like you in every way, but not freaking you, suddenly exists. There's no way to know except for the person who stepped on. To everyone else, there is no change, and the person who stepped off has your memories. Yes, exactly. And that person who stepped on might just be dead. The continuity problem. Void Sworn, yes. And I remember trying to explain that to someone who just, like, wasn't getting the problem. What was I gonna do? Oh, buy stuff. And save the game. I was gonna say, there's a game called Soma that addresses that continuity problem very well. This was a joke in Spaceballs, says Genevieve B. But Soma was a game that was made by the same group that did Amnesia, The Dark Descent. When the president was teleported and his head was put on backwards. Oh, Genevieve B. Slightly different joke, but yeah, no, that was a good one too. The game Monday Night Combat played on this concept. You played as instantly generated / teleported clones in a futuristic game show of combat to the death. It was so funny. That sounds kind of funny, Jake K. That's almost the premise of, Super Smash TV. Oh, we had the same thought there. Loosely based on Smash TV. Yes, the year is 1999, and television has adopted a more violent form of game show. That's the premise of Smash TV. I'll smash your TV, or something. Sean, behave. Oh, let's stock up on these. Can I get elf water here? Nope. Japanese game shows are pretty insane. So are, like, American ones, Aladdin, but not to that extent, I guess. Not the TV, says an unplant. Says an unplant. As if there's a clone of you somewhere. Didn't mean to say that. Fire Drake, welcome back. I arrive, and the first words are about Smash TV, the universe new. It was red versus blue in Monday Night Combat, like in Smash TV. Had a hilarious announcer named Nikki Cantor. Cantor? Dimnir, something. Alright, let's go back. Talking about the RE games, I have over 5K hours of playtime combined. One of the best series of horror games I've ever played. I just, for some reason, have never touched that series. Aladdin? Yeah, if you Google, like, most messed up Japanese TV shows, you're gonna be upset you did that. Alright, I won't do that. I'll be upset because I'll be like, oh no, I'm supposed to be streaming right now. It's a boat of... Yeah, Ship of Theseus issue. Nick DeFrenchie? That is kind of how you can describe the teleporters situation. For those who don't know, the Ship of Theseus is like a philosophical exercise where you imagine a boat that has been on many journeys. However, over the course of its every time it comes back from a journey, a couple planks or parts of the ship are replaced with new ones, and eventually it gets to the point where every part of the ship has been replaced at some point. So is it the same ship? You could argue yes, because technically that's how human cells work, and every 7 years or so, like, every single living cell in our body has been replaced. But that doesn't mean the memories have been replaced, and our consciousness, and who we are as a human being. But ships aren't living, and therefore cannot die, so it's not the same as, like, killing a dude, then reconstructing him as a separate living being. Memories and storytelling as a community. Genevieve B? Yeah, go for it. Tell a story. Or spit an ill rhyme for the community. But then if someone kept all the old pieces and reassembled them, is that the ship? Or is the ship with the new pieces the ship? Oh, Sean, is that part of it? I guess I never heard that idea before. Yep, there's two of you now. Sean, yeah, so I want to say no because, like, I've kept flakes of your skin and hairs that have fallen off of you and tried to reconstruct you, and it didn't work. Definitely feel like I've been remade a few times at this point, and each time the assembler got worse at the job. Fire Drake? That's why when you get rebuilt, you gotta be buffer. Lobster King says this looks like fun. Is the gameplay inspirational? Oh boy, Lobster King. I'm having a fun time with this game, but I wouldn't call it inspirational. It is, very grind heavy, and, like, that's kind of exactly what you'd expect from this game, because it doesn't try to be anything else, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Rebuilt different, rebuilt stupid. Aren't we just the universe getting self-conscious in order to observe itself? Nick DeFrenchie, sometimes when I observe myself, I feel a little self-conscious. What is that ability that he's doing? I am not paying attention. Don't really enjoy grinding games, not gonna lie. Ah, Lobster King, in that case, probably wouldn't like this one. I don't mind grinding in games. the original thought experiment, the ship is wooden, therefore would have a keel. Every part is custom made to fit the keel, essentially. If the keel isn't the same, the ship isn't the same. Okay, East 500. You gotta understand that, about this argument, in order to really get it, you have to know what the hell a keel is, and I don't. A keel is something that makes custom parts? Would have a keel. They would fit the keels. No, okay, I see what you're saying now. I still don't know what a keel is. Like a blueprint? Not as good as Lucky Cat, Genevieve P. If we're talking about Balatro Jokers. Third base, says Cupid. Yeah, that's what that is, okay. Game most assuredly understands what it is and makes no attempt to hide it. Thank you, Fire Drake. That's what I was trying to say. Nightwish. Just finished putting away 14 tons of grain by hand. Wow, you must be full. How's everyone else doing? Very sick. A keel is also a term for a chicken breast for some reason. Keel is when you combine key and peel. Shut up, Rogue Effect. Oh my god. Keegan-Michael Key, the voice of Toad in the Mario movies. And Jordan Peele, the guy who directed Get Out. As well as other things. Zoltan, how are you? Genevieve B, you like that? I like that one too. Rogue Effect? Alright, that was funny. Figured something was up when I saw you wearing a polar bear. Feel better, I gotta run. Hey, Nightwish. Thanks for showing up. I'll get back to Skies of Arcadia when I'm feeling up for doing some silly voices. I don't know how much longer I can stream today, everybody. Did he see my beautiful compliment? Nick DeFrenchie, hold on. Do I gotta scroll up? Well, I'm glad the universe took you as its many forms, so I have the pleasure of admiring you. That's a great one. Nick DeFrenchie? I am glad that we met. That's very cool. Nick DeFrenchie? A friend of mine, everyone. Everyone put something French in the chat, like un croissant. Or a snail, I don't know. Or the French flag. Or... is there a Tour Eiffel emoji? Alright, I think I see where I need to go. Wii U, says Aladdin. Well, it's got Wii in it. Yo, is that a gold man in the thumbnail, dude? Yo, Pensive Scarlet. Yeah, I drew the, well, it's the golem anyway. This thumbnail that I illustrated in MS Paint, I made that golem for... hardly knew him. I made that golem for our Dragon Quest VIII playthrough. But yeah, good eye. If I had made it a little yellower, then yes, it would be Gold Man. Fromage, oui. One day we will meet if I have a good karma. Would love to travel to France. You guys are too much. Love you, says Nick DeFrenchie. Hey, appreciate you. Are we all sick today? I caught some sort of plague last week while I was puppy sitting a little teething guy. Oh my gosh, Fire Drake. I haven't done enough of that. What? Yeah, we sick out here. Remember, I felt so special when I found a way to exploit the Gold Man in the Switch version of DQ1 all on my own. Tell me about that, Pensive Scarlet. Okay. Not what I wanted to do. Whoa! My computer was like, hey, you might have some threats on your computer. Yeah, me. I might have to do some parenting fairly soon. Jackie J is homesick as well. Yeah, Prince of Scarlet. So how did you exploit the Gold Man? Did you find a way to get that encounter every time? Let's do this. Maybe I will travel to the U.S. when the country becomes safer. Ah, Nick DeFrenchie, I'll come to you. Okay, I feel like I want to take this down arrow on the left. Yeah, Le Fleur de Lis. Fire Drake. Who dat? How am I not sick then, says Genevieve? I don't know. I felt like pretty much fine yesterday. Like I thought I was over it. Because I got home last night and I was like, yeah, let's do some exercise. I'm feeling good. Yo, Fire Drake, shoutouts to New Orleans. Big old Saints fan here. Alright, everybody. That said, though, I am... losing my stamina. So let's do a couple more battles. You know what we'll do is we will get to the next level up, then call it a stream. I do have to take care of myself. Alright, that won't be too long. Virus had a dormant period. Zoltan? But I don't. I was in full-on pressure headache for like 4 days, and now I just have a cough. Yeah, no, I got the headaches too today, Fire Drake. Symbol of French royalty, because Louisiana belonged to the king back then. Yes, King Louisiana. Go rest, brother. You know what? I'm proud of myself for doing 12 squats in this condition. Eat some soup. That's a good idea. I might even just drink some soup. Alright, yeah, let's get one more level up. That'll take maybe 2 battles. Huh. Aladdin? Why did you say huh in my chat? I don't know what that's a response to. You alright, Karma? Feeling ill. Yeah, and not just my rhymes this time, Lobster King. Yeah, I guess the whole family is sick. I didn't realize that. Vitamin C and D are good for your immune system. Yeah, Nick DeFrenchie, I've been taking like those multivitamins lately. But, like, I don't know if there's any real evidence to suggest that those are, like, effective in any way. I think I'm going to play that version of DQ1 again. Try to remember the 2 or 3 tricks I found. Maybe pass them along to someone who makes shorts about neat tricks in video games. Pensive Scarlet? Oh, me! Oh, like, huh. You're doing the stereotypical French laugh, I see. I wonder where that huh comes from. Yeah, Nick DeFrenchie, it probably just comes from geese. Speaking of which, I did kind of want to play Tekken with you guys at some point. And there's a character named Geese in Tekken, if I'm not mistaken, right? What a cool guy. What a great name. I take vitamins D and C and I'm never sick. Nick DeFrenchie, I think my immune system just isn't that great, because I feel like I get sick more often most people. Geese are a threat, and I'm not talking about the fighter. Fire Drake? They get kind of mean. However, I usually don't encounter them in person. If I'm driving through town, sometimes they will block traffic by walking very slowly from the pond to the park. Geese Howard from SNK guested in a Tekken game? Possibly. I thought he was originally from Tekken, but maybe I'm wrong. Void Swarm? That they do. When I think of the 80s, I think of Sony Walkman, but that's just a stereotype. Oh my gosh. Hey, we leveled up, everybody. Igor increases to 42. 8 HP MP, 12 attack, 10 defense. This guy's getting good stats. Aggle 9, 10 int. Beast. Alright, please somebody next time remind me to get another Warp Wing before we go adventuring. But let's use this. Give the courageous Master Stab the power of Great Tree. Alright, I did a voice. It's officially a KarmaJolt stream. And I am going to save the game and call that a part. Hey, thank you so much, everybody, for watching me stream as much as I could today. On a sick day. We'll play some more of this after I do a Paranoia save. And we'll get to this maybe tomorrow, as well as some Skies of Arcadia at some point. But until then, I will try to recover. Thank you so much, Mega Harv and Rogue Effect, and everybody else for trying trying to watch me. Where was I going with that? For watching me play a little Dragon Quest Monsters, Dragon Warrior Monsters. Excuse me. Until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great, and I love you all. You were going to bed. Yeah, Nicholas D. Hopefully. I might have to play some Minecraft with Jackie J when he wakes up. So I might see you on the server.